Poojya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. His Holiness Vishwesha, Tirtharu garu, Prasad garu, Raju garu, and all the dignitaries who have come for this function. I was asked to, rather I was ordered by Raju garu that I should say a few words to express my thanks for this whole exercise and celebration event. As I read this book in Telugu in the past and also in the translation reading in the last few days, few ideas have struck me which I would like to share rather than saying anything new about the book. The first thing was, I being in the teaching profession, I am the last 15 years working at XLR Jamshedpur, teaching our MBA and doctoral students. So I was looking at from a point of view of an educationalist. 2 points which struck me was this Paramaguru, Maharshi Vedavyasa, is a grand teacher, great master, and why this person's story has been selected and identified by Dr. Vedavyas in fact, if you see the dedication that is given in this book, you can see the spirit in which the book was written. The great respect and the devotion Dr. Vedavyas had for Bhagavan Vedavyasa. So 2 things which were, I was trying to identify why this, of all the rishis, Bhagavan Vedavyasa has been identified. 2 things which have struck me was, as an educationalist, I figured out both what kind of knowledge has been, or wisdom has been given by this great sage, and also the process of learning, which is very amazing and unique to the Indian culture, Indian tradition. Typically, as I teach MBA students in our institute, when I was going I said this kind of knowledge and process has to go beyond MBA. To me, MBA means Manas, Buddhi and Ahankara. So the process by which, even if you read the chapter 2 of this book, the process by which the vision was, the whole knowledge was visualized or experienced rather than making any scholarly speculations and making analytical, what is called arguments. This knowledge is not written with any motivation for any scholarly ambitions or achievements. It was out of sheer kindness, compassion and love for the human kind that this book was, this kind of work has been taken up by Maharshi Vedavyasa. So if you look at the way in which the whole vision, the knowledge was visualized or experienced, and to experience this knowledge and to visualize this knowledge, the process by which he went in to know the truth was not by referring books or arguing with scholars and things like that. In fact, he went into a huge sadhana and meditation, contemplation, and from knowing self and also connecting oneself with the universe and becoming universe and experiencing universe, he visualized the reality, experienced the reality, and through very unique and what's called this kind of learning and even dissemination is unparalleled in the world history. So that marks the Indian way of knowing, Indian way of contributing, Indian way of how what kind of knowledge is there and how learning happens. These 2 are very, very characteristic and very unique things which have struck me. And here, going beyond the logic, going beyond the objectivity, typically I have many scientist friends who keep saying knowledge generation is, you should retain objectivity, independence, so you stay out and try to study that and report without any bias. Here the opposite, the process seems to be the just opposite. You get merged in the knowledge, become part of the knowledge, experience the knowledge and generate it. It is not taking from somewhere else or doing some experiments and reporting them. It is about experience here knowledge cannot be acquired without you evolving yourself. So sadhana is inseparable part of generating knowledge. So it's very unique and very very different way of knowledge and very different way of learning and different kind of knowledge. I was also amazed recently. I had the opportunity of visiting Bihar School of Yoga last year, and I had the great opportunity of meeting the chancellor of that institute. And I am told he has become the disciple of his guru at the age of 4. And by the age of 11, he was able to answer questions in an international scholarly conference in United States or UK. That conference is attended by all doctors and surgeons. So he was responding questions on surgery and other related stuff at the age of 11. Then people asked, how come you have learned surgery by age of 11? And what is the process by which you have learned so much? And have you done any course in surgery? He said no. And Swamiji, when he was asked how he has learned many things, he said, the only process by which my guru has taught me is through Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra as a process of learning. When we try to learn our regular English studies, we will get into some kind of Nidra. That is a different story. But learning through Yoga Nidra, and Swamiji also wrote a book which talks about 84 different types of Yoga Nidras and different kind of learning, and learning here means evolution also. It's not just passage of information, it is evolving of the soul to higher levels and becoming ultimately what one's potential or possibility is. So I was looking at here learning, knowledge, process of learning, how knowledge is transmitted is very strikingly Indian and experiential, not a what is called bookish or a scholarly kind of play with the words. And as I was reading the second chapter, I was engrossed in that second chapter, where Maharshi Vedavyasa experiences that and visualizes the reality. We talk about writing being a creative process, but here the most creative thing you can think of is the creation itself. And he was trying to understand the secrets and origins of creation and communicate to the mankind at large. And we also felt that without this kind of organization and classification of knowledge, codification of knowledge, and putting that to the next generations for generations together, it may not be available or not possibly lost and possibly not organized or available in the current way it is available. So the immense contribution and being the representation of Paramaguru, it is only proper that we have Vyasa Poornima being celebrated as Guru Poornima because he is the Paramaguru, the ultimate Guru. And even Dr. Vedavyasa, whenever he used to give any pravachan, he used to start with this shloka, and in which the salutation to Narayana, Maharshi was there, who was, Vyasa was known as the reincarnation of Narayana Rishi. So he is the Paramaguru or the Adiguru. So these are some of the thoughts that passed by mind, and out of kindness he has given so much to us, and he has not given all these things because we have asked for it. To ask for it, we should know, we should be informed and evolved soul to even to ask this kind of things. So the huge kindness and compassion with Maharshi Vedavyasa had for so many generations actually made me move that this kind of motivation, this kind of thing, you forget about having it, but to understand and appreciate and salute, one need to really evolve oneself to understand this. There are several things which I have also thought of sharing. This book is very unique because it very rare information which is given is not available in any sources. Even many scholars who have done work on Vyasa have done in the poetry or the style or the contribution of Vyasa. They have probably not focused on several aspects, which includes where he stayed, where are different places in which ashrams are available, how things about personal life also. There are interesting things given, details given in this book. But I was thought of initially giving a synopsis of the book, which I said it's futile and not good also. Because for a normal book, you can give a synopsis. But a book, knowing the writing style of Dr. Vedavyas, which is mostly not only informative, but it's also poetic, prophetic and profound. So there is no way that you can give a synopsis of a poetic and a profound book. So I thought I should leave it to the audience to taste it by only saying, thanking organizers for giving me this opportunity to all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Srinivas, you would all agree with me. Simple living, high thinking. Well, he is the Professor of Management at XLRI Jamshedpur and is also a visiting faculty at several universities in the United States of America, but has ensured that the rich cultural tradition and the path of Guruji Dr. E. Vedavyas continues. So the tradition continues. We are all thankful for Srinivas for his wonderful speech. Thank you very much for your words.